Hello world, welcome to my channel. My name is Wenai, and on my channel I talk about money, investing, self-improvement, and anything that makes your life better. Today I wanted to do a comparison between an electrical vehicle versus a traditional gas vehicle. And before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I had some technical difficulties with my camera, so I am actually recording this video with my phone. So hopefully the quality is good enough and we'll still get my message across. So let's get started. I actually had a electrical vehicle myself for 3 years as a lease, and it was not a Tesla, it was a Fiat 500e. I know it is not available in a lot of the states, but it was available in California, and I got a really great deal. I don't know why they're doing it, but I'm pretty sure they're losing money on leasing this car or having this promotion for this car. So basically I have the car since 2017 till 2020. Actually, I just returned it early this year, and it was $85 a month for 3 months, 36 months, which is a regular lease. And upon leasing, I believe I paid $4,000, which I got $2,500 back as state rebate, and I also got some other rebates. Now I can't really recall. I also got rebate from Southern California Edison and some other tax credit, I believe, as the result of getting this electrical vehicle. So pretty much I spent about $3,000 for this car for 3 years, which is the best deal ever that anyone could get. But of course, this deal is no longer available, and I just wanted to share my experience with the electrical vehicle. With this particular car, as you can see, it's really small, it's really tiny, and I want to say I really liked it. I enjoy driving it. It's really easy to park. You can squeeze yourself in any situation when you're parking on the side of the street. And also it was really fun to drive because it's so small, it's so light, it speeds up really fast. At least it's fast enough for me. And the only downside, I would say, well, I guess two downsides. One is that with the full charge, the range only goes to 100 miles. So if you were to travel far, if you work pretty far from your home, or if you wanted to take this car to a road trip, you probably won't be able to do it. And another thing is that because it's so small, you won't be able to fit a lot of stuff. You definitely cannot pick up someone from airport unless your friend travel with just one backpack. If there's any sort of luggage or anything, you probably won't be able to fit multiple people and luggage. That's the I guess two of the downsides. Other than that, with the price, with the amount of money that I have to pay for this car as a commute car for me to go from work to home to work every day, and I just charge at home, it's really great. I really enjoyed it, and unfortunately it's no longer available, so I won't be able to lease another one. But that was my experience with electrical vehicle. And now as they became more and more popular, I see they become a lot more convenient. There are a lot more charging stations, supercharged for Tesla, and it just become a lot more accessible. So today I wanted to compare based on a couple of different categories to see if electrical vehicle is a good fit for you. First, let's start with the obvious. According to evcharging.com, the average cost for gas in 2019 was $2.81 per gallon, and the average cost for electricity in 2019 was 14 cents per kilowatts. Based on that price tag, if you calculate how much it will cost you to drive 100 miles, it comes out to be $9.83 per 100 miles per gas car, and $5.27 per 100 mile for electrical vehicle. Of course, the price of gas and the price of electricity varies between different states, different location, different time, and different way of charging. But generally speaking, electrical vehicle does cost less than a gas car, and we are actually in a time where the gas price is relatively low. I had times where the gas price was at $4 to $5 range, and I would say that's very normal. And I would think in the future the cost of the gas will go up, whereas the cost of electricity will go down as technology evolves. Will be more and more efficient in capturing solar power or other type of energy resources. So that's something to keep in mind. It will cost you less to run a electrical vehicle versus a gas vehicle. Secondly, maintenance and repairs. According to AAA.com, the average cost to maintain a regular gas car was $1,186 per year, whereas to maintain an electrical vehicle costs you about $982 a year. Like I mentioned before, I had an EV for 3 years myself, and during these 3 years, the only thing I need to do for the car was to change tires. I do know that for electrical vehicle, the tires runs out faster than regular gas cars. So that was the only thing I need to do. I actually need to change out my tires before the 3-year ends. I think I did it a little over 2 years, which is obviously faster than the regular gas car. But other than that, I didn't do any maintenance. I didn't need to change oil. Obviously, there's no oil to change. I didn't need to do any annual maintenance or anything like that. So I'm not sure exactly what is this $982, but I think it's just the average cost of over the years. I do know that if you ever need to change out the battery, it does cost you a significant amount of money to change it. But on the good side is majority of the manufacturers do carry a 10 to 15 years warranty, whereas if your battery turns out to be defect, they will swap out the batteries for you without any charges. So based on my experience, I actually do think it costs a lot less to maintain a EV versus a gas car. Thirdly, I just want to mention really quickly, because we are at the end of the year and I know a lot of people do their car shopping during this time. And like I mentioned earlier, I know a lot of states offer incentives for purchasing a electrical vehicle. So right now, I believe on federal level, you do receive between $2,500 to $7,500 tax credit, depends on the situation, I guess, and your tax bracket. And also, based on different state, you may also qualify for rebates. Like I mentioned, I did receive $2,500 from state of California, but by the time I got the tax credit, I have heard that there was a long wait list for you to get those rebates because they're running out of the money. So of course you want to double check on your state website to see if they still offer those tax bracket, but if they do, and plus the federal tax incentive, I think it's a very good deal or very good reason for you to consider electrical vehicle to take advantage of the tax credit before it runs out. Overall, I think it is a good idea to go with the electrical vehicle, but as I mentioned earlier, there are a few downsides. So the first thing is a lot of people think that it's inconvenient to have a EV because they can go as far as they want, but of course depends on the situation. If you just want a car for your day-to-day commute, I think EV, especially right now, majority of the EV ranges from 200 to 300 miles, which is more than enough for a regular person who commute between home to work. But I would imagine it will become a lot more convenient. Just compare now to 3 years ago, it became a lot more accessible to charge your vehicle, and there are a lot more charging stations across the country. And I believe one day we will be able to do road trips with the EV because the charging station will be available all over the place. And other than that, I think it is a good decision to make financially, and also of course electrical vehicle is it does use clean energy, so it is good for our environment. And I believe in the future the cost of gas will go up. So that's something for you to consider if you are car shopping. Maybe test drive some electrical vehicle and see how it is. And if you have friends or family who do own one or had one, talk to them to see how their experience is. It's a lot more convenient than you would imagine. Before I let you guys go, I just wanted to be clear that I am comparing a electrical vehicle versus a gas vehicle, and I do think for myself, I think that electrical vehicle is a better choice. But it doesn't mean that you should go get a fully loaded Tesla, $100,000 Tesla, just because it's electrical vehicle. There are a lot of different choices out there in the market and different brands. Almost all the manufacturers carries their own electrical vehicles. So don't think that you have to buy electrical vehicle and the only thing that's available out there is a Tesla. I know Tesla is a lot more attractive and sexier to drive, but just be mindful when you are making the decision. Electrical vehicle doesn't equal to Tesla, so make the best decision for you and your family. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.